All right. Uneducated psychologist here. AGI plus. What are we going to do is I'm going to copy paste into ChatGPT what I've been working on with Sungun Plus and see what comes up. So, literally, first sentence on chapter 0, the beginning. I'll read it. So I played with it, but this time it came back with something very interesting. Let's see if it'll be consistent with that. So I'm going to read you the 2 sentences that I plugged in. From inside the face shield protecting Nina, she witnessed a meteoric line strike deep across the mountain range. From above, directly below the streak struck. Twisting off the helmet, Nina took an amazing breath of freshly salted air. The natural sound of ocean waves crashing began to pulse at the tempo of her heartbeat. Yeah, well, you can always say, of course, ChatGPT will do better. But I'll just tell you, it made it 4 times as long. And here's what it says. Nina stood there awestruck as she gazed at the meteoric line streaking across the sky. The impact was deep in the mountain range, causing a powerful explosion that sent shockwaves through the air. The force of the impact was so intense that it seemed to resonate within Nina's very being. Feeling a surge of adrenaline, Nina instinctively removed her helmet, exposing her face to the elements. The cool, salty air washed over her, invigorating her senses and reminding her of the vastness of the ocean nearby. As she took a deep breath, she could almost taste the tang of salt on her tongue. Can you believe that? In the distance, the natural symphony of the crashing waves reached her ears. The rhythmic sound of the ocean pulsated with hypnotic quality, matching the tempo of her racing heartbeat. It was as if nature itself was responding to the cosmic event she had just witnessed, synchronizing the elements in harmonious dance. Nina stood there for a moment, absorbing the extraordinary sight and embracing the serenity that nature provided. She felt a profound connection to the world around her, a reminder of the awe-inspiring beauty and power that existed beyond the confines of everyday life. I got to tell you, that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and replace it. I know. All right, let's try the next sentence. What I'm going to put in says an automated icebox rolled up to Nina. She sat still, half wearing the white and orange radiation suit, the giant boots almost impossibly constructed to walk in. Welcome to the realm. This realm creates itself. The icebox on loop. Welcome to the realm. This realm creates itself. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. And... five sentences. Nina's attention was abruptly drawn away from the captivating scene as an automated icebox rolled up to her. It was a peculiar sight, a stark contrast to the natural beauty surrounding her. The icebox seemed out of place, but its presence piqued her curiosity. The icebox adorned with a looping message repeating its enigmatic statement, "Welcome to the realm. This realm creates itself." The words echoed in her mind, leaving her with more questions than answers. What did it mean? How did the realm create itself? Nina couldn't help but feel a sense of intrigue and anticipation. There was an air of mystery surrounding this encounter, and her adventurous spirit urged her to explore further. With a mixture of caution and excitement, she approached the icebox, observing its sleek design and seemingly autonomous functionality. As she stood before it, she couldn't help but wonder about the significance of this encounter. Was there a deeper meaning to be discovered, or was it simply a chance encounter, a fleeting moment in the grand scheme of things? Lost in her thoughts, Nina decided to embrace the unknown and delve deeper into this enigmatic realm. She reached out and opened the icebox, eager to uncover the secrets it held within. Little did she know that this encounter would lead her down a path she could never have imagined, to a world where creation and possibility and possibility intertwined in extraordinary ways. I mean, I'm going to put that one there too. Now, I'm co-authoring this thing. It's very simple. But the fact that it's getting this far is just epic. It truly is epic. All right, next sentence I'm copying and pasting what I wrote. Out of the icebox appeared a pod of tiny baby alligators, the tiny creatures jumping over the side and straight toward the water. Nina shuffled back in the sand, totally shocked at what she just saw. The alligators just as scared and will to flee. I didn't even edit it. I'm like, why did I even write? It's thinking. It's thinking. Let's see how many sentences it comes up with out of that. Right? It's very verbose. But this is a novel. So you want to read the words. 4 paragraphs. 5 paragraphs. My God. Okay, 5 paragraphs. It's amazing. It just makes it 5 times as long. Nina's eyes widened in disbelief as a pod of tiny baby alligators emerged from the icebox. She watched, stunned, as the little reptiles jumped over the side of the icebox and headed straight toward the water. Their instinctual urge to find safety in their natural habitat was evident, monitoring Nina's own shock and desire to retreat from the unexpected situation. Feeling a mixture of surprise and concern, Nina instinctively shuffled back in the sand, creating a safe distance between herself and the incoming alligators. She marveled at the sight of these miniature creatures, their small bodies filled with life and the energy of youth. It was a surreal moment, witnessing such an unusual encounter in the midst of the coastal scenery. The baby alligators seemed just as startled as Nina, their tiny reptilian eyes reflecting a mix of fear and a strong drive to find refuge. As they scurried towards the water, their tiny legs carrying them as fast as they could go, Nina couldn't help but feel a sense of empathy for their vulnerable state. She watched as they reached the water's edge, diving in with tiny splashes that disrupted the peaceful rhythm of the ocean waves. It was a reminder of the delicate balance of nature, where even the most unexpected events could intertwine in mysterious ways. Nina took a moment to gather her thoughts, still processing the surprising encounter. She realized that in this realm where creation seemed to unfold in unpredictable ways, she had become a witness to its wonders. With a renewed sense of curiosity, she contemplated what other extraordinary surprises this realm might have in store for her. Did I say realm in this at all? I didn't. So it's picking up from the last paragraph. Well, my sentence, it's paragraph. It's amazing. So it's making it basically 5 times as long. 5 times. I don't know about you, but that's... well, the first one was only 4 times. And then went 5 times from there. It's unbelievable. What are we at? Where's the timer? 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Okay. All right, next sentence. This one's a little longer, and I guess I have a lot of misspells, so let's see if it fixes it. Playing, this is what I wrote. Playing from a small analog radio with an old school single antenna sticking out the top, Nina listened carefully, the announcer pronouncing the government official's name slowly. Cash will no longer be printed. You can spend what you have if the stores you go to still accept it, but now we are fully digital. Nina's violent facial reaction almost not visible as she processed the news while aggressively slipping in the first leg of her wetsuit as she noticed the moon quickly appearing from over the horizon. The moon. All right, let's see what ChatGPT. I think this is an older version that I'm using, because I know I fixed the spelling at least. Let's see how many sentences it. 5 paragraphs. As the analog, so is what ChatGPT came back with. As the analog radio played, Nina's attention was momentarily diverted from the spectacle of the baby alligators. I didn't put anything about alligators in that. Anyway, baby alligators, to the news announcer's voice. The announcer's deliberate pronunciation caught her attention as she listened intently as the words unfolded. The news that cash would no longer be printed struck Nina with a mix of surprise and apprehension. The announcer's words conveyed a significant shift in the way society operated. The realization that physical currency was becoming obsolete and replaced by a fully digital system left her contemplating the implications it would have on her daily life. Her facial expression betrayed a hint of concern, though it was almost imperceptible as she focused on slipping into the first leg of her wetsuit. The news sank in as she continued to process the information. The changes ahead would undoubtedly affect how she conducted transactions, potentially limiting her options and requiring her to adapt to the new digital landscape. As she zipped up her wetsuit, her attention was momentarily diverted by the sight of the moon rising swiftly over the horizon. The celestial body arrived, reminded her of the vastness of the universe, offering a brief respite from the weight of the news she had just heard. It was a powerful reminder that despite the changes in the world, some constants remained, like the timeless beauty of the moon's presence. Nina took a deep breath, absorbing both the news and the awe-inspiring sight before her. With a newfound resolve, she made a silent commitment to navigate the evolving world, embracing the opportunities and challenges it presented. The convergence of significant changes and the enduring beauty of nature fueled her determination to face the unknown with courage and adaptability. A little bit of who cares nonsense, but the verbosity is quite profound. Taking my one paragraph into 5 times. It's quite epic, honestly. Quite epic, honestly. All right. Next sentence. I mean, this is just a lot of, this is a lot going on here. All right, let's see this one. So, over 250 miles above her head was an array of large satellites, I wrote. Owned by SunGun Energy, a competitor to the traditional solar companies who normally place battery-operated holographic advertising on new customer homes. SunGun advertising was more visceral. As the moon passed around Earth 16 times a day, the solar sphere is generating electrical energy which shot down to Earth through atmospheric shear. That's what I wrote. Let's see what ChatGPT is coming up with. More sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this time. As Nina prepared herself for her aquatic adventure, little did she know about the array of large satellites positioned